Yiratzon, Parshat Beshalach, Parshat Shira, 5783. Yiratzon Limud should be L'Refuat Kol HaCholim. Ezrat Hashem, when we're going to Parshat Beshalach, there's a famous story that is very important to learn in preparation for the one and only Tu B'Shvat. So, when we learn the Parsha, Am Yisrael go into the Yam, and immediately after, they again struggle with a water situation. So this itself is already interesting, that if you've already struggled in Yam Suf with water, right, that we felt that the water was going to bring us death, so why is the next struggle immediately after that we get to, right, Elima v'lo matzu shamayim, right, then we don't find water. So I think there's a very, very deep experience here in the difference between Yam Suf and Mara. Mara is obviously the bitter waters, where there was water, but it was water of death. Just like the water of Yam Suf was water of death. But I think that Hashem is saying that we have to realize that Yam Suf is very, very dangerous. Because Yam Suf is Hashem yilachem lachem v'atem tacharishun. That Hashem says, I am the warrior, I'm the one who's going to solve, and you are irrelevant, and you become extremely dependent, and you start to think that the solution is that you are not the solution. You start to become unaware of your abilities, unaware of your responsibilities, and you start to wait to receive and someone else to give. And on a certain level, it opens up the greatest danger of entitlement. I deserve now. Hashem saved me, so he could save me again. It's exactly what we see in Mara. We get to Mara, and everyone starts feeling, Hashem, you could do miracles, do a miracle. What does Hashem do? He does a very, very awkward thing. Says to Moshe Rabbeinu, look, top of the bitter waters there's a tree. Take the tree, uproot the tree, and throw the tree into the water, v'yimtaku hamayim. Right? Take this tree that obviously logically it doesn't make sense because the tree itself was bitter and the water was bitter, and you throw this bitter tree into the water and it becomes sweet. But I think Hashem is saying to Am Yisrael, I really want you to internalize this experience. Ki ha'adam etz hasadeh. The tree is an image of you. And now you see a situation that there's a struggle. So stop looking for sugar. Stop looking for Hashem to strike out these new waters from the sky. Uproot yourselves. Jump in to the bitter waters. Start being the solution. Start solving the problems. Start trying to be involved. Start thinking that you could have an impact, that you could actually make a difference. And I think that this is maybe the number one lesson of Tu B'Shvat, that when we look at the trees and we see them as us, Ki Adam Etz HaSadeh, we could learn that the fruits are entitled. They sit there on top of the tree, they're all full, and they're waiting to receive. But on a real level, the fruits are dead. They look good, they're full, they have everything, but they're dependent. Then there's the roots. The roots are not as strong to the public. No one sees them, no one cares. Like those people that give tzedakah that no one even meets. But the root is constantly asking itself, how do I enjoy responsibility? How do I enjoy being the shoulders for someone else? And I think that this is maybe the greatest lesson going into Tu B'Shvat, to ask ourselves, do we want to be the fruits of the tree that are all entitled and receiving, or the roots of the tree that are all excited about giving, about sharing, about getting responsible. And obviously on Yud Shvat, the Yurtzeit of the Frederica Rebbe and the initiation in 1951 of the Lubavitcher Rebbe, the seventh Rebbe, that the Lubavitcher Rebbe, what he did is he had an option to continue to be his natural self. His natural self was shy and quiet and introverted. But then when he stood there in 1951, he became the roots of millions and millions and millions of the greatest stories of Am Yisrael. Because he looked, I think, at the situation of Am Yisrael after the Shoah, after the Holocaust, and he saw that the fruits of 7 or 6, close to 7 million Jews were yelling, "We need you to be the roots. We need you to carry. We need you to do maybe 3 times more than you think you can do." And that is maybe one of the most important things to think about in Parashat Shirah, the idea of the involvement that we can sing, that we can affect, that we can be people that aren't waiting for presents, but that we're so present that we have so many ways of being involved, of assisting, and of helping everyone around us. Bezrat Hashem. Shabbat Shalom.